See this? Some bullshit right here. Anyways, this is going to be my review for The Running Man. This was the second movie that I saw during the double feature alongside Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Now, this is directed by Edgar Wright, who has made some banger movies in the past. He's the director of Shaun of the Dead, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, Hot Fuzz, just absolute bangers. And he has a very specific, unique style that I really enjoy about his like directing style. So going into this, and this movie is like based off a Stephen King book. There was a movie that was made about it with Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the day, and now they're redoing it. So it was like, okay, the main character is Glenn Powell. What could go wrong? You know what I'm saying? But then I saw some of the reviews for this movie, and some of them were not too positive. They were saying that it was kind of just like mid. So I was like, ooh, that's a little concerning. But luckily, I came out of this movie pretty satisfied. I'm not gonna hold you. Now, in terms of like Edgar Wright movies, this isn't good. This isn't a good Edgar Wright movie, but it's a good movie. A good movie in general. But in terms of like the Edgar Wright flavor, the Edgar Wright style that he's known for, with like if you watch Shaun of the Dead and you watch Scott Pilgrim versus the World, and then you watch this, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? You wouldn't even know that this was the same director if nobody said anything. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's how I felt. This just felt like your basic, action movie. It played it pretty safe, pretty straightforward. And there was like a few instances where it felt like an Edgar Wright movie where he sprinkled a little bit of his charm in there. But for the most part, it feels like very Hollywood. You know what I mean? So I was a little disappointed in that sense, because I really like his fun, wacky, weird style when it comes to directing movies. And I feel like this just doesn't feel like that. Like, at all, really. But in terms of like The Running Man itself, the movie, like you scratch out the director, just the movie flat up, it was good. I had fun. I enjoyed it. Would I watch it again? Probably not. This is quite the longer runtime. This movie, excuse me. I think it's like 2 hours and something. It's definitely over 2 hours and 10 minutes. I'm pretty sure. So throughout some of this movie, I low-key felt the runtime. But basically, it's about this man. He's poor. He has a wife and a daughter who's sick. So he enters this game called The Running Man, where for 30 days you have to survive, and the whole world is gonna try to kill you. And if you survive, you get $1 billion. Word. Basically, and throughout the movie, he's running around, essentially, trying not to die. And the people who's running the game, they're really good at like AI, so they can basically, whatever narrative they want to tell is the narrative that people are gonna see, regardless of someone's intentions going into the game. So right off the bat, people hate Glenn Powell's character. I think his name is Ben Richards, pretty sure, because the people in charge, who's played by the main guy, is Thanos. He just writes his own narrative. Like, they have to, for the 30 days, right, as they're getting chased around, they have to send in one video, and those videos can be edited by the people in charge, and it's basically a reality TV show of people. It's like it's a little bit of the Hunger Games, like sprinkled in, like a little bit, and like maybe a hint of Maze Runner, but like not really. But that's definitely how it felt to me. Very dystopian, very, like they're in charge, very, I'm gonna, even Glenn Powell's character at one point says, I'm gonna burn this place to the ground. So this is one of those stories. So I tend to like those stories, and I liked this one. There's a lot of fun set pieces, a lot of action. It never felt too preachy at parts, and overall I was satisfied with how it turned out. Eventually, because I never watched the original movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I didn't I didn't read the book by Stephen King, so I didn't know how this was gonna end. And as we're getting close to the end, I'm like, damn, bro, like, how is this dude gonna get out of this? Like, is this gonna be one of those things where this doesn't have a happy ending? Because at one point, the guy shows him a video of his wife and daughter getting killed, but it was fake, obviously. Yeah, and I was like, damn, bro. And I thought Ben was gonna die at multiple points as well, but he fakes his death. He wins the people over, and they burn that place to the ground, and he kills Thanos, and that's how the movie ends. So happy ending, and he gets to see his wife, which is nice. Word. Yeah, man, that's pretty much it. There was he comes across a lot of characters throughout the movie. One of them being Frank Gallagher, so that was cool. He encounters these two brothers, which one of the brothers has like a YouTube channel discussing the Running Man game and all that shit, basically cheat codes. That was fun. He he comes across this like young woman who's like this like preppy girl that looks like she would be from the Upper East Side, some shit like that, who's like just oblivious to what's going on around her in the world. That was fun. And yeah, just he finds himself in very crazy predicaments pretty much throughout the whole movie. And yeah, I would say I had fun. I would say this is one of those stronger double features that I've had. I slightly prefer Now You See Me Now You Don't over this one, like by a little bit, but this was still a very good, solid, fun time that I think you should check it out. Like, people are hating on it, saying that it's like just average. I think it was good. I think it's a good movie. I don't think it's a good Edgar Wright movie, but I think it's a good movie. Word. But yeah, that's it. Short, sweet, simple, to the point. This has been my review for The Running Man. Hope you guys enjoyed. Check it out. Is there anything else I want to talk about? I don't think so. So that's it. I'm the Hero Light Legend, Tyree Figueroa, signing out. Peace.